It's 1975, a cramped two-bedroom apartment in Queens. Ray Dalio, a 26-year-old with a brand new idea, is hunched over his desk, scribbling notes and charts about how markets behave. He's just had a bold realization. What if investing, life, even decision-making could be broken down into straightforward, repeatable rules, like a machine? But how do you turn guesswork into a system? The challenge is huge. By the time you hear the answer, you'll be ready to rethink everything about how success actually works. Dalio's journey starts in a small NYC flat, but it's anything but small thinking. The grit, the mistakes, the lightning bolt realizations. You'll see how Bridgewater grew into a powerhouse from pure principles. In his Queens apartment, Dalio famously predicted the 1974 stock market crash. Without fancy software, just charts and relentless pattern chasing, he nailed what Wall Street missed. But the real kicker, the crash wouldn't just make him rich. It planted a seed. Markets are machines made of predictable parts. This insight would drive everything that came after, but first he had to figure out how to harness it. Dalio's genius was turning messy human decisions into mechanical processes. Imagine a watchmaker assembling gears, each part precise, unavoidable in its movement. He believed decisions shouldn't be guesswork. They should be tangible rules that anyone could follow and improve. This mental model transformed Bridgewater's culture from guesswork chaos into a predictable engine of success. Yet it wasn't just about machines. Dalio injected radical transparency, where brutal honesty and open disagreement weren't punished but celebrated. People at Bridgewater shared unfiltered feedback and built trust by embracing truth, not hiding from it. This created an idea meritocracy, where the best idea always wins. The payoff: a company culture that feels less like work and more like an intellectual playground. Dalio didn't just want a good company, he wanted a culture, a formula for people and ideas to collide honestly and productively. That formula, his famous principles. But what makes a principle truly powerful? When Dalio started writing out his principles, everything changed. Putting thoughts on paper forced him to chop through fuzz and opinion, delivering crystal-clear guidance that anyone could test. Like a GPS for decision-making, these principles became the company's operating manual, open for everyone, updated constantly. This transparency was a first for an industry cloaked in secrecy. At Bridgewater, title meant little. Instead, truth mattered most. Imagine a debate where each person's credibility isn't given but earned, where believability-weighted decision-making means your voice counts proportionally to your track record and expertise. This flattened hierarchy flipped power dynamics, making the best arguments, not the loudest, win. It was chaos for traditional corporate bosses but total gold for innovation. Dalio famously turned failures into breakthroughs. Instead of punishing mistakes, Bridgewater dissected them like a fascinating case study. This approach transformed shame into curiosity. Every slip was a clue to improve the system. Employees learned to dissect their reactions and behaviors, creating a culture where fear of failure evaporated, replaced by genuine growth hunger. Imagine a workplace where everyone's thoughts are laid bare, not anonymously but openly, and decisions are data-driven. Sounds risky. It was Bridgewater's secret weapon. Here's how radical transparency broke the mold. Dalio created baseball cards, detailed profiles capturing each employee's strengths, weaknesses, and decision styles. Like scouting reports in sports, these cards weren't judgments but tools to help teammates know where each person shines or struggles. A seemingly vulnerable practice turned into a shared language, making honest dialogue easier and teamwork stronger. But Bridgewater didn't stop there. To make tough calls, they built computerized decision systems that weighed input based on believability scores. Picture a digital jury where experts' opinions count more, but everyone gets to speak. This blend of human judgment and tech smoothed biases and crowd madness, making the final call smarter and fairer. The payoff: a culture rich in thoughtful disagreement, not avoidant harmony. Instead of conflict taboo, Bridgewater encouraged open clash of ideas, driving smarter innovation. This environment made people less defensive and more curious, the type of place where good ideas surfaced no matter who proposed them. You've probably felt overwhelmed choosing between options. Wouldn't it be great if decision-making behaved like a precise science? Dalio thought so, and built a system to prove it. One of Dalio's radical ideas: don't treat every opinion equally. Instead, give more weight to people who have shown expertise in that area. It's like tuning an orchestra. Some instruments sing clearer, others hum softly in background. This believability-weighted system cuts through the noise and magnifies truth, helping teams avoid costly mistakes when high stakes loom. Dalio teaches that pain isn't failure but a signal to reflect deeply. He calls it pain plus reflection equals progress. When Bridgewater employees hit walls, they didn't brush discomfort aside. They leaned into it, analyzing what went wrong without blame. This disciplined self-inquiry builds resilience, turning setbacks into powerful lessons. Finally, Dalio urges you to see problems as parts in a machine, a mental model that invites curiosity over panic. When an engine breaks, you don't guess blindly. You identify which gear or bolt is off. By treating life challenges the same way, you create clearer paths to solutions instead of spiraling into helplessness. Dalio didn't stop at investing and business. His principles apply everywhere, from relationships to personal growth. The big question: how do you make it real for you? Dalio believes ownership starts with brutal honesty about your own flaws. Instead of hiding weaknesses, he encourages spotlighting them so you can either improve or partner with complementary strengths. In real life, this means saying, "Hey, I'm not great at confrontation," rather than pretending otherwise, freeing you from unnecessary struggles. Meaningful work isn't just about tasks, but about people. Dalio's principle-driven approach creates deeper bonds because you know where everyone stands. No guesswork, no posturing. Whether at the dinner table or boardroom, clarity builds love and respect. It's ironic, but radical truth-telling often feels more caring than politeness that hides real feelings. The hardest part: living your principles daily. Dalio suggests translating big ideas into concrete habits, like journaling your mistakes nightly or soliciting honest feedback weekly. This repeats the loop of learning, adapting, and evolving. The payoff: you stop spinning in confusion and start steering your life's machine with mastery. Remember that cramped Queens apartment, Ray Dalio staring at charts and dreaming in machines. Now you see how he cracked the code, not by magic, but by crafting clear principles, pushing brutal honesty, and engineering decision-making like a precise mechanism. Your next step: pick one principle, maybe radical transparency or believability-weighted decisions, and try it out in your next tough choice. Watch how it shifts your clarity and confidence. Bridgewater's story shows success isn't just about talent, it's about building a system for it. So start building yours tonight. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.